Hey everybody in the VC, it's Thursday night and I hope everybody's doing well. It's almost the weekend and a 3-day weekend for a lot of myself and I hope the rest of you coming up around the corner. Just wanted to check in with not a contest but a challenge. I'll do another contest again soon, but right now money's a little tight, so thought I would just do this as a challenge, and idea just popped into my head. Update on the girls record I showed the other day that I got that was in terrible warped shape. I emailed the band and said if I sent this back would they send me another copy, and they said sure, but they emailed me today and said we don't really have any use for a warped record either, so we're just going to send you another copy and you can keep this one. So that was very nice of them. Really good record that just came out a couple of weeks ago. I can't play this because of the condition, but I do have the download that I put on my computer, and so I've listened to it. Great record. Not listening to that tonight. Tonight I'm listening to, there's glare on that, soul classic there, Hot Buttered Soul, Isaac Hayes. Got Walk On By, the long version. It's one of my favorite songs of all time by Dionne Warwick, and I like Hayes' version is just as good in a totally different way. Who's it? The Saints do a version of that that's really good too. Just a great song all around. So anyway, so yeah, the challenge. Well, first of all, the one challenge I did is still out there. That was to track down an album that you've always heard about but never got around to listening to. Track it down, give it a few listens, and do a little review on it, whether you like it or not. I think it lives up to the hype that a lot of people, the esteem a lot of people hold it in. Nobody's really done that except for Joe Mean Mr. Mayo did Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. So I don't know if any of you still want to do that. It's not that's not a contest, so there's no deadline. This challenge is pretty short and simple. Don't know if anyone will think it's a good idea or not. Just sort of came to me a few minutes ago. Uh, Basically, your least favorite decade musically, not personally, least favorite decade musically, and show your favorite albums from your least favorite musical decade. So that might make you think a little bit and have to consider. My least favorite decade would be the 90s. The two that followed weren't that great either, but I think the 90s. And you may totally disagree with me, and that's fine, but I'll have to think about any songs or records from that decade that I consider worthwhile. But anyway, so there it is. Your least favorite decade musically, and then pick your favorite records or songs from that decade. No limit. You can do, if you can only come up with 1 or 10 or whatever number you come up with. Maybe have a hard time coming up with any, but that's the challenge. No contest, no prize, unfortunately. I apologize for that. So since it's just a challenge, there's really no deadline, but let's go ahead and say end of June, just so that if there's any interest at all in that idea, I'd like to see people weigh in. So there you go. Haven't gotten anything new lately, so nothing really to show. Haven't changed the records out on the shelves. Probably do that this weekend. Maybe I'll think of something else to make a video about. Hope everybody's having a good, well, it's almost Friday, so have a good one, and we will talk to you all later. Check back in on the challenge. Weigh in on the challenge if you want. Hope you do. I'd like to see responses on it. See you all.